Good morning everyone and welcome back to another video. This is what I eat in a week following the Slimming World plan, and let me show you what I'm having for breakfast. Today is Friday, which is the start of my week. So for breakfast this morning I am having peanut butter toast and banana. I've got 2 slices of the Warburton's wholemeal bread, which is my healthy extra B. I've got a tablespoon of peanut butter, which is 4.5 cents, and that's between the 2 slices. And then I've got some banana on top, which is free. So breakfast is 4.5 cents plus my healthy extra B. And for lunch at work today, I am taking the same as I've had all week, apart from the melon. So I've got a tuna pasta, this is the last one, and this is 1.5 cents. It's got, you can see it. It's got tomato, cucumber, tuna, red onion and red pepper, obviously pasta and mayonnaise. So I'm sending the mayonnaise, which is 1.5 cents. I've got a yogurt, which is actually 2 days out of date. This is literally my last one, so I'm eating it, it's fine. I will eat stuff out of date as long as it's fine and as long as it's not meat. And then I've got a packet of fridge raiders, which is 1 cent. Sorry, the yogurt's half a cent. And then I've got a banana, which I know I've just had banana for my breakfast, but my only other option for fruit is apples, and I'm really weird with apples. I have to cut them up and everything, and I really just didn't have the time to do that at work. Obviously it'll spoil if I cut it before I take it to work. Sorry about my cat in the litter tray. So it is 3 cents in total for my lunch today. And tonight for dinner we're having the exact same dinner we had last night, but that was in last week's video. So we're having sausage, chips and beans. I've got 4 of the Heck chicken Italia sausages, which are half a cent each. So that's 2 cents in total. I've got a tablespoon of brown sauce, which is 1 cent. I've got some chips and beans. I'm being really bad with my speed this week because it's Star Week. So in total it's 3 cents for my dinner. So that's mine. That's Ali's. He's went off beans. He just wanted some carrots. And then that is Lucy's. That is Ali's girlfriend. She's having the same as me. It is now Saturday morning and I'm having a sliced sausage roll for breakfast. So I have 1 Warburton's wholemeal roll, which is my healthy extra beef for the day. And then I've got half a teaspoon of Flora Light on there, which is half a cent. I've got a slice of the Wee Hay Meat skinny steak slice, which is 1.5 cents, and then I've got a tablespoon of HP brown sauce, which is 1 cent. So in total it's 3 cents plus my healthy extra beef for my breakfast. And for dinner today I'm actually going to my dad's, so that's going to be an off-plan meal, so you're not going to get to see that. I think we're having chorizo and red pepper soup and lardos lamb and orange cake or something like that. So yeah, it's going to be an off-plan meal like I always do when I go to my mum's or my dad's, and I will be back on plan tomorrow. I will show you if there's anything else that I eat today that's not at my dad's or anything. I'll show you that, but I don't think there will be. That 3-course meal sounds like it's going to be a lot. It is now Sunday morning. Nope, it is Sunday lunchtime. It's 12:30 and I am having my brunch. I'm having a ham, egg and cheese roll. So I've got 1 Warburton's wholemeal roll, which is my healthy extra B. I've got a teaspoon of Flora Light on there, which is half a cent. I've got a fried egg, which I've done in Fry Light, so that is completely sin free. I've got smoked ham, which the reason I'm having this is because the smoked ham goes out of date tomorrow, so that is completely sin free. And then I've got a slice of the Tesco Gouda slices, which is 4.5 cents, or a healthy extra B, but as you know, I use all my healthy extra A, and I use all my healthy extra A in milk allowance for teas and coffees, so I'm counting it as 4.5 cents. So it's 5 cents in total plus my healthy extra B for my roll today. And then I've got a few tomatoes on the side for speed. And tonight for dinner we're having a lamb shank roast dinner. I've got one of the frozen lamb shanks from Tesco, I think it's Acre Lane, the rosemary and mint sauce one, which is 1 cent. So 1 cent for this and the gravy and everything, and it smells amazing. I cannot wait to try it. I think I've had it before actually. I think I really enjoyed it. I've got some cabbage. This is some of the cabbage for last week. It was still fine in the fridge. I've got a teaspoon's worth of Flora Light in there, which is half a cent. I've got some green beans. These are both speed veg. I've got 2 of the Hearty Food Company Yorkshire puddings, which is 1.5 cents each, so that's 3 cents. I've got a Linda McCartney red onion and rosemary sausage rolled up and used as a stuffing ball. I only had 2 left, so we've only got 1 each tonight. That's sin free. And then I've got some homemade roast potatoes. They're also sin free. So in total, dinner tonight is 4.5 cents. So that's mine. And that's Ali's. He doesn't like green beans, so he's got carrots. And for a sweet treat after dinner, I'm going to have one of these Kit Kats. They're gingerbread flavour. I got these at Tesco last night when I popped in on the way back from my dad's. They're 5 cents each. They're the 2-finger ones. Yes, I think that brings my total sins to 13 and a half, 14 and a half or something for today. I'll pop it on the screen. Good morning. It is now Monday morning. Back to work today. So for breakfast, I'm taking a Muller Light. This is the cheesecake inspired yogurts. I got a pack of them at Tesco's. This is the lemon one and it's half a sin. They're all half a sin. And then I've got a banana. So that's breakfast, which is half a sin. And then for lunch, I made a big batch of the Mexican rice. Ali and I were saying, I think it was just last week, that we really liked it. Would you like to take it for lunch? So made a big batch, well, 10 portions, 5 for each of us for the rest of the week. That is completely sin-free. I did add more vegetables than I normally do to it when I'm making it for a meal. Got onion in there, peas and pepper, red pepper and yellow pepper. So the red pepper, yellow pepper and onion are all speed and the peas are just free. And then I've got a packet of Pombeer, which is 3.5 cents for the 13-gram bag. And I've got some satsumas, which are speed. So in total it's 3.5 cents for lunch, half a cent for breakfast, so that's 4 cents in total. And tonight for dinner we're having taco bowls. I am using a Weight Watchers wrap for my healthy extra beef for today. And then on top of that, under all this, I've got iceberg lettuce, tomato, cucumber and red pepper, which are all speed foods. I've topped that with some of my sin-free taco mince, which I made in a meal prep video a couple of weeks ago. And it's completely sin-free. And then on top of that, I've got 25 grams of, no, it's not reduced fat. I was going to say reduced fat cheddar. It's not. It's full fat cheddar. 25 grams of full fat cheddar, which is 5 cents. And then on top of that, I've got 2 tablespoons of the Tesco sour cream, which is 1 cent a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of the guacamole, which is also 1 cent a tablespoon, and 2 tablespoons of salsa, which is half a cent a tablespoon. So in total, that's 10 cents for my dinner tonight, plus my healthy extra B. So that's mine. And that's Ali's. He's got the same, just more cheese, and he doesn't have sour cream. It is now Wednesday, and yesterday, Tuesday, I had the exact same as I had on Monday. So I ended the day on the exact same amount of sins. I had the same for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Today I've had the same breakfast and lunch as I had yesterday. And for dinner tonight, we're having steak. So this is the fillet steak from Aldi, which is completely sin-free. There's no fat or anything on it. I do like my steak well done, by the way, if you can't tell. It's completely sin-free. I've got some mushrooms, which I've just done with salt and pepper in the oven, and they are speed. Some kale, which is also done in the oven with some chili flakes, salt and a little bit of fry light. That is speed as well. And then I've got a jacket potato, which I've done in the air fryer. That's speed. And then I've added a tablespoon's worth of Flora Light in there, which is 2 cents. So in total for my dinner tonight, it's 2 cents. It is now Thursday and my cat's in the litter tray as per usual. Same lunch as I had yesterday, and for dinner I'm just having, well, I was going to have spaghetti bolognese. I'm not in the mood for pasta, but I've got the bolognese. This is a portion of my bolognese that I made a couple of weeks ago. It's got onion, mushroom, courgette and chopped tomatoes through it, garlic as well, and it's completely sin-free. And then on the side I've got another couple of the mushrooms that I had last night. Well, the rest of the packet, the big flat mushrooms, they're speed, and the rest of the kale as well. So that's speed. So, oh, and then on top of my bolognese, I've got 2 tablespoons of parmesan, which is a cent per tablespoon. So that's 2 cents. So dinner tonight is a total of 2 cents. Good morning, everyone. It is now Friday for me, which means it's weighing update time. And my son has stolen my computer chair so he can play his Xbox in his bedroom. So I'm in a different location. I'm in the kitchen. Luckily it's dark outside so I can film at the minute. It is like 6:45 in the morning. No, it's not. It's 6:45 in the morning. I'm lying. So as you can see, I have been quite good this past week, apart from that one off-plan meal at my dad's, which I don't believe is as naughty as I could have been, like if I had a takeaway or something. My stepmom's quite good when she cooks. She maybe uses olive oil, she doesn't use a lot of oil, and the meat that she uses Oh, it was beef. It ended up being stafado or something, I think it was, which was beef. She uses like totally fat-free beef and everything, and there's lots of vegetables and all that through it. There was an orange cake which was vegan, but she said it did have flour in it, and it was, what was it? She says that, I said there was a toffee flavour to it. I was asking, if it's an orange cake, why does it taste like toffee? And she says it's because they start off with oil and sugar in the mix, so I guess that would have been pretty sinful, but otherwise I've had a really good week. In fact, a lot of this week I've been quite a bit under my sins. Yesterday I ended the day, I think it was on 2.5 sins, because I haven't been eating my crisps at work. I've been eating all my healthy food and everything first and filling up on free food or speed food and low sin food, and I'm just too full to eat the crisps and everything, which is great. Yeah, so maybe I'm taking too much for lunch. I was thinking that the last couple of weeks. Oh yeah, it was because I had rice this week. I had rice that's really filling. It's like a full tub of rice and it's completely sin free, that, so that's quite a filling lunch. So I might try and make other flavours of rice and that for lunch to take that's sin free and fills me up. Anyway, so when I stepped on the scales this morning, I was very happy. In comparison to last week where I was mightily pissed off, this morning I was happy because I weighed in at 11 stone 6.5 pound, which means I lost 2.5 pound this past week. I'm going to take that as this past 2 weeks because there's no way I didn't lose weight the week where I was completely on plan 100% the whole time. So 2.5 pound this past week, which brings my total weight loss, I'll show you this here. My total weight loss is now 6 pound and I've got 1 stone 6.5 pound to go to Target. So I'm very happy about it because it's going in the right direction. Obviously I've not had any gains yet. I've had to maintain, but no gains. They'll come nearer Ali's birthday and Christmas, and this week ahead should be again 100% on plan. I'm not going anywhere this weekend. I'm not going to anybody's house for dinner. We are having a takeaway tonight, but I'm going to make it Slim and World friendly. I'm going to have it on plan. Because my lunch is pretty low sin, I'm just not taking the crisps, so they're not an option today, but I'm going to have the rice and the Muller light and everything like that, and it's going to be a Chinese takeaway, which I think is the best kind of takeaway to have to keep things on plan and get like more food, if you know what I mean. Like chippies, you can have, oh my god, I done this once and I totally regretted it. You can have a fish, but you have to take all the batter off, which, what is the purpose of that? The best part of fish with the chippy is the batter. And then you can have 100 grams of chips. I can't remember the sins of that, but the fish is sin free if you take the batter off. The chips you can have so many, 100 grams for so many cents. But with Chinese, there's stuff you can have like a whole, I think it's 550 grams, they say is a portion, which is basically an average portion size at a Chinese. And then you can have plain boiled rice and you don't have to weigh it because that's completely sin free. So you get more food for your sin allowance, I think, at the Chinese than you do at a chippy, or, I mean, I don't even know if there's anything you could have for Domino's that's Slim and World friendly. Maybe like the tiniest slither of a pizza. Anyway, I'm blethering and I've got to get ready to go to work. So thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know how you guys are all doing if you're on a weight loss journey in the comments below. Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.